Hello there, beautiful sacred ones and awakened ones. I'm Monica Bermudez, an intuitive quantum energy healer, and just have this last YouTube video for 2022 as we are about to go into 2023. And just want to say how grateful I am for all of you and for being a part of this channel. I come a long way from launching my business into stepping into my role to support this divine mission here on earth and humanity, as many of you are as well feeling this. And so I want to share in this video this message for this 2023 and preparations and the top themes to be aware of. So these are intuitive downloads of information that I've been getting and also feeling as you know we're ending 2022 and getting into 2023. Then I also want to do a mini oracle card reading. So in this video, for the first time, I'm actually going to try to shuffle it and pull out the card and show you what comes up towards the end of the video. And it's going to come from this Priestess of Light type oracle card deck. Because normally the way I would do it is just shuffle the cards and pull the card out and then just show you the card that will come out. Just for space sake, you know, for when recording these videos. So it's just an extra bonus that I try to pull out a card for a particular theme, like for instance in certain like new moons or like full moons type, you know, themes that come up. So for this one in particular, for the whole year, we'll pull up, you know, some of these cards and see what the theme is for us as we're stepping into this new year and setting our intentions and our desires. Most of all, is the most important, right? And it's what better time to set those intentions while we are in this reflection, because Mercury just went into retrograde on December 29th, and it's going to continue into the new year, into January, mid-January. And so Mercury is the planet of communication. And so when the planet is in retrograde, that just means that it's all about what is within us, going within, and having that opportunity to reflect and to reflect on anything that may be of interest. Could be the past, could be now, you know, certain decisions in your life. But you know, it's a lot to do with the RE type words, like the review, and just having that moment to just be able to think, you know, for yourself on anything related to communication. But it's also the communication, how you speak to yourself as well, and just being extra aware of certain communication patterns, whether that be good or bad, or whether that be in a lower vibrational or a higher vibrational type energy. So that's, you know, the time to also declutter your home or declutter yourself from certain emotions or, you know, stress, overwhelming, frustration, anything that is coming up is, you know, perfectly normal for you at this time. So just be with it and don't give yourself a hard time. I myself have been seeing a lot, you know, as we're ending this year, has been very overwhelming for me. And so, you know, this is why I also want to share this message with you, because a lot of what I share as well, it all comes in intuitive download, but it's also something that I've been applying in myself as well. So I put this into my own practical life, and also reflection and preparation for the 2023 year and for anything else. So I just, you know, share this with you and what, you know, my journey is going through, and also, you know, feel like some are also going through similar journey as well. So yeah, so the other planet that is in retrograde is Mars still, because Mars is the planet of, as well as is a very warrior like type planet. So to me, it just can feel like a very rebellious type energy. and it's about action as well. And so the passions in your, the actions and what passions you have in those actions as well. And since it's in retrograde, is really reflecting on decisions from the past and how those decisions have impacted you now, how you wish to go into a different direction, into these new decisions that you're making as we step into this 2023. So overall, 2023 to me feels like a very big change and shift going on with each and every one of us. And I'm about to jump into these themes. So first of all, 2023 equals to the number 7. And number 7 is, in mystical terms, has been associated with the mystical cycles of the spiritual growth of an individual. So every 7 years, there's a different phase of spiritual level. Another 7 years, 14 years. And so just adding those 7. And so that's what this number 7 is from a collective way, but it's also from an individual level of us stepping into this different higher vibrational level. So we're definitely stepping into these newer higher frequencies of energy. And so in order to step into these higher frequencies of energy, is going to cause a lot of shift. And so that brings us to number 1, which is an increased amount of duality. And so that means that there's going to be more of this, what appears to be getting worse and chaotic and more dualistic and polarized, is a form of some releasing that is going to occur with each and every one of us in our family dynamics and our relationships in general. And we'll also see it in the collective as well. So just want to make a distinction that these are not like actual predictions, but I do get like insights and certain images that do pop into my, download intuitive side of information. So there, with that increase of duality, it will cause certain frictions and frustrations. And so this, something for us to just be aware of and just be aware for us, if we have like certain explosions that occur, like frustrations, and we just had like enough of an abuse in certain relationships, for example. And when things just get to a boiling point or beyond the boiling point, that is, when we start to see a lot of the chaos, because when we step into these higher frequencies of energy, we want to free ourselves from the energies from before, and we no longer support these type of energies in our system, in our bodies, and it's not a freedom energy. So that is what I feel from a lot of the collective, is that it's a lot of freedom energy and being free from certain patterns that have been sabotaging us for eons. So the other thing is to just be patient with yourself as well as these things unfold for the year to come. And so the number 2 thing is that there will be a shift in spiritual consciousness, like a deeper awakening for many of, on this planet. And some of it will be because of some dramatic and drastic changes that may surprise us, is, what I was feeling. And some of it may feel like it's from nature, because if you haven't noticed by now, the climate has been a bit all over the place. At least in my area has, there's instances where it gets to be like spring-like weather, and then it goes into this extreme like type cold weather. Even though right now it's supposed to be a cold weather, but it hasn't been the same for years now. And this year in particular has been a little more extreme. Like right now, we're enjoying spring weather. So that's, something to be aware of, and just pay attention and do the best you can to keep yourself, safe, and to most of all, always, tap into your own heart center and your own intuition and listening to your own heart and where you're being guided at this time. But, you know, part of all this will bring in a deeper shift of awakening. So there's different layers of awakening that I feel. I feel like, you know, we go through a layer and then we always are awakening in different levels, because when we're always shifting our perception or always learning something new, then this does bring up certain levels of awakening in us. So just because somebody has an awakening is not the end of everything, and that you are, you know, and that we are like all knowing and all this. So I feel like it's just a continuous, you know, spiritual growth and evolution. And so that's what the 2023 feels like to me in that way. And so the other, you know, final thing, the third thing, is that of a quantum acceleration and the dismantling. So the dismantling is more of this patriarch energy. There's this form of like this ego death type thing where, and when I speak of the ego, I'm talking about certain identities that we identify ourselves to for so many years in this human lifetime in this physical form. And so we form, you know, certain attachment to that in some way. And, you know, some of it is associated with our name as well that we're born with, right? And so when it comes to certain systems, the way we built our society, our financial infrastructure, for example, of the loan systems and other things in our life, and we have, you know, a lot of us have a lot of this patriarch masculine, really like it's a dark masculine energy that I feel. And I've actually been feeling this towards the end of this year, and I feel this will continue into the new year, where there is going to be some form of dismantling and dissolving from that. And as part of that, may not be so comfortable, but it is something that is a necessity, because it's going to be like this shifting going on into these higher frequencies of energies. So now, you know, I talk about that the shadow and the light is balanced within us. So we still have, you know, the shadow, we still need part of the shadow in us. But then there is like this imbalance, you know, that has occurred for so many years, that has been rotting, is the way that I look at it. And so the imbalance of those things that, of too much of this dark, you know, masculine energy, this patriarch energy, which was very controlling and very limiting in our abilities to be who we truly are meant to be, these beautiful star seeds and light workers who are, you know, coming with such creative force of ideas that is blossoming at the same time, you know, the divine feminine energy on the planet itself. And so with that, you know, there's going to be this alchemizing that's going to occur. So in other words, this, you know, can be referred to as this dismantling. And so there is a bit of an alchemical process that is occurring. And so all of that will look a bit messy, you know, on the surface. But that's why we're all here. That's why we all got called, for most of us got called here on earth, to come be at the front line of this, you know, of the peak of this moment that we are about to like jump into, to create this new world order, is the phrase that I hear, and restructure ourselves and be in this other creative state and creating things in our life that are suitable, that are supportive to our freedom, supportive to us being, you know, who we are, you know, meant to be, and be able to express ourselves freely without having to be controlled by someone else or any type of masculine energy. And like in some certain like, and you know, angels, my dog's feeling this, but like in certain like Latin countries, for example, they call this, you know, energy the machismo. So this all is associated to this masculine, you know, dark energy as well, that's in balance right now. So And 2023 is going to serve in this cycle of this rebalancing of these energies. So let me jump into some of these readings, but also just want to mention that I will be, creating new programs in the new year. So just stay tuned for some of those. And I am excited for all the changes that are coming in the new programs of energy transmission, of the light language, that I channel. So stay tuned for more information on that. And I do have a free gift that is in the description of this YouTube video, where you can download for free. Is an energy transmission for support of the Ascension symptoms. If you want to try out, some of my light language channeling as well. I personally have, listened to it, and it has supported me when I was going through some of my Ascension symptoms as well. And I still look for it as, as this kind of like this boost of energy for myself. So let me jump into some of these readings right here and pull out a card that is the theme for us for 2023. And what do the cards want to tell us? I see a card that's sticking out here. Pull this one. Deep emotions, unknown feelings, past life influence. So I feel that this card in particular is related to what I was just sharing of these really deep awakening, a deep shift into this spiritual, world of evolution. And so there is, a lot of emotion that comes with all of this, right? And as part of us, feeling these emotions and these deep emotions is part of our releasing and our rebalancing of, these new energies, and integrating ourselves, into these new energies is, what I am feeling. So past life influences, though, like after living for so many years, or eons for so long, as a human, you accumulate tons of trauma and patterns and stuff in us, I'm sure. And so some of this, it could be even from this lifetime, where we start feeling a bit trigger, or things like that are occurring. That's what the world of duality does. It kind of triggers us. And it triggers these, previous emotions that we thought that we had cleared or were done with. And I feel like, in a way, though, for 2023 is going to reflect that back, but only for a deeper healing of those traumatic emotions, or those emotions that just no longer serve you or have been very poisonous in your body. And that in itself is going to cause a big shift in this next evolution of the spiritual cycle. And so that's what I feel about this card that just came up. So I hope this was very useful to you. And if it was, click like and share with others. And I look forward to creating more YouTube videos in 2023. So I want to wish you a safe and happy, very prosperous and abundant new year, first of all. And so, thank you for being a part of this YouTube channel, and all the best as you set all the intentions. Wishing you all the best, for the year to come. And stay tuned for more. So, more videos and guided meditations on this YouTube channel as well. So subscribe if you like messages like this, because I'll be providing more messages to come. And, things will for certainly evolve and change in the year to come, as every year has been something very creative that always keeps coming up or birthing out of me, and becoming more artistic with these videos and messages. And anyways, I am so grateful for all of you. So thank you so much. I'm sending you all so much love. Bye for now.